So today I thought that I would do a another recipe. This is my easy cake recipe. I didn't actually do the London bus for my wedding anniversary because of time, and I did make a cake, but I just wanted to do something quick and simple in the end. But so I put this recipe together, and it's my quick, easy cake recipe, which is very easy to do. And I'm using that tin today, and it's basically 150 grams of stalk butter, or you can use margarine or unsalted butter. But for a cake, stalk is the best one to use, I find. You have 150 grams of self-raising flour and 150 grams of caster sugar. Then once I mix that in, I'm then going to add 3 eggs, one at a time, and then going to add a dash of milk, because I find milk helps with the fluffiness, and some vanilla extract. And then I'm just going to decorate it with some vanilla buttercream, which I've got in here. I know it's cheating, I can make my own, but it's just for sort of quick and easy. And then I'm going to decorate it with some marshmallows that I've got there, some sprinkles, hundreds and thousands, so use some almonds, but first of all, just want to get it all mixed in. I've got my oven on. It's all covered in batter to flavor, and that's mixing nicely, so that's the texture that you need. So now I'm going to bake in 1 egg. And what I always do is that I'll get a separate bowl, which I've got up here, and I'll use this to bake my eggs, so I can't do this at the same time. So I'm going to put in 1 egg to mix it all in. Mix it all in. Baking powder. Now you don't want to be careful with this, because if you put too much in, it will ruin the taste. So what you need to do is, so you need about half a teaspoon, and I'm going to grab that to break it down. So you just stuff that in. And what I'm doing that is in. So now I'm going to add my dry ingredients. Okay, so let me put that to one side, and I'll put the paper parchment in there in a moment. And I'm going to add in the dry ingredients now. This is where I need that. I'll go over that and start adding in the dry ingredients. Do a bit at a time, so it just helps to break down and mix in. So let me get my vanilla extract. Okay. And I'm even going to add a bit of, because I love it so much, I love vanilla and cinnamon, a dash of cinnamon as well, so I just love the taste. So now I'm mixing 2 eggs, so I'm adding some more of the dry ingredients. Alright, that's done. I mean, it's not perfect, but you know, it's about getting it baked, and it's a bit of a look lovely. So that's all. That's got the baking parchment in now, and I'm just going to add another egg to my mixture, to my batter, and I've just got a bit of shell and if you get some shell in your cake, it's ruined. It's difficult to fish it out. Right, so I'm going to add my last egg. in the mixture. Okay. So, once you've done the dry ingredients now, so just keep putting the dry ingredients in as you go, and towards the end you can speed up a bit. So I'm just going to speed up a bit more, and add the dry ingredients, and now I'm going to just tip this in. Oh, now maybe drop some. Okay, there we go, all mixed in. Now I'm gonna put in some cinnamon, so just a little, say half a teaspoon. You don't need too much, and half a teaspoon of that, because I want to be too sweet. And then you're going to be adding the buttercream and the jam, which is also going to make it sweet. So I mean, you don't have to add these in, I just like to. And then I'm going to get my milk. Now with the milk, I would say a couple of tablespoons of milk. Now this is hard milk, but you can use semi-skimmed, even skimmed. You know, I've never had an issue with using either, so I'm just going to add in the milk. So that is all mixed in now. I've added in the vanilla extract, as I said, half a teaspoon, 2 tablespoons of milk, and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So I'm just going to let that mix a bit more, and then put it in my baking tin, and then put it in for baking. So one thing I would say is that when you're baking, it's just, because some bits get stuck on the side, is to scoop it down. I don't know if I've mentioned that before when I've done a recipe baking video, but that's one tip that I would give when baking, is to scoop it down and just give it one last mix now, so then that'll be done. So that is that done. I know it looks a bit small, but what I'm going to be doing is cutting it in half and then putting one on top. When it's the round cake I do, it was a lot bigger, but and depends how big you want the cake, obviously. But if you do want to make it slightly bigger, then and you want to just a normal square cake, then I would say increase the ingredients to would say 170 grams, because then obviously you'd get a bigger cake if you just want just a square cake, or if you wanted to make 2 cakes, then I would say 170. But I'm going to now cut this in half. Well, shortly I'm going to cut this in half, and then put one, smarten it up, put one layer on top of the other, and then put some jam in between with some buttercream around it, and then put it in the fridge, and then put another layer of buttercream, and then decorate it, and I'll be ready to eat for tonight. So I'll take you through the next stages soon, and until then, take care. So I've shaped the cake, and so it's outside, so that's perfect for us. You don't want it too big, but like I say, if you do want it bigger, then obviously you can do. But now I've put the jam in between. I just realised that I haven't really cut this well. The side is still a bit off angle, but if I just trim, there we go, I think that's better. But yeah, when that's sat down, then I'm just going to put the buttercream on top. That to chill in the fridge, and then and it's just basically decorating it. So, and I put another layer of buttercream. So I'm going to get the first layer done, and then show you once it's been buttercreamed, and then show you once it's decorated. It's all buttercreamed now, and I'm now going to put it in the fridge to set for a bit. And yeah, and then it'll be just the other layer, and then it'll be decorating it. So I'll show you once that's done. So that's my cake done, and what I did is I built up there. I put another layer of buttercream round, and then I just gradually built up with marshmallows, and then put some 100,000, some glitter balls on top, some marshmallows on top, and that's it. That's done. It's very easy to do, and that's great to do if you've got children, toddlers. Obviously, make sure you supervise, but it's great recipe and very easy to make. So yeah, so we're going to eat that later, but I'm going to just allow that to chill in the fridge and set, and then enjoy. But I will put this up on my blog page as well, and that's that done. I've got some balls off. There's anything, it's very messy. So, but that's it. I'm not going to touch it anymore till it sets. And that's it. So that's an easy cake recipe. Alright, speak to you soon and take care.